to serve the lost and the broken and the poor.
To live by giving our lives to people, to love them.
Christianity can look so different, and it was meant to be different, and it was meant to be lived out and to be face-to-face and one-on-one, and it was meant to be lived on the streets and not just in churches.
We've been here for 14 years and given our lives to serving this community and outside of it. And we feed a lot of people. We feed thousands of people every month. And I believe that that's what the Father has called the body of Christ to do. To be Jesus to people until Jesus is Jesus to them. And touching and loving how He touches and how He loves, and the compassion that He has for people when they're hungry.
Speak to my heart once again.
In the time I'm being here, I really got to see how Jesus is. Like, I get to know Him better. I knew Him before. I'm Christian since 3 years now. But really to live what He wants us to do, like really to live by giving our lives to people, to love them, to be more like Him, to disciple. It's what I learned more in this time now. I learned more about Jesus by spending time with Him, but by being Him to others.
Well, after spending just a week here, I learned so much and saw so much, and I got tired of just spending all my time sitting in classes and reading books and not really touching anybody's lives, or being in any situation where I was being poured into, and I just knew there was so much more that I could learn if I came here for a year.
Just challenging to live with all these people, to serve every day with all these people. And it's not every day easy, it's challenging. Some days are really rough, or some things are just tough to deal with, but it's in a good way.
I came here last March with a team from my college, and we spent a week just living and serving here. Just a constant opportunity to learn and to just live life with really different people, and with people who don't think like you or aren't from the same background as you, and constantly being challenged and pushed to just go further and deeper with God. Being challenged is just as hard. It's a good thing that's also really hard, and you see things in yourself and community that you never knew were there. We all have weaknesses, but being in community, there are things I never even knew I had struggles with that I see now so clearly, things that I don't want there. And so then there's the constant desire to change and keep growing.
Who would have known 14 years ago we rented one house, and now we rent 6. We house women and children from the street. We house men from the street that not only are sheltered, but they live and serve with us. We live in community. We eat our meals together 5 nights a week in the evening. We have a warehouse where we store our food and furniture and things that we receive to give away. We started off with maybe 30 people that we served, and now we serve over 6,000 people per month with about 65,000 pounds of food per month. We have full-time missionaries that live with us. 7 days a week we pick up food. We serve 6 days a week. We serve at 4 different elementary schools, the families that come pick up their children. We have visiting teams from all over the world of youth that will come and stay from 1 week to 1 year with us to touch the poor and the lost.